that you call home. Respect the land in which you roam. Respect the country you were born. Let's take it back. Respect reform. Hold on to freedom, hold on to hope. Don't give them slack, don't give them rope. Don't walk and hang your head in shame. Be proud, stand tall, and we will reign.
Hey guys, my name is Rob Sheridan, and I'm hosting this conversation with Neil Stevens, and we've got a great show for you tonight. So tonight we've got Neil, we got Tony. Where's Neil tonight anyway?
Oh,
What?
he's not here. Look. Oh dear.
Is he on holiday still?
Still, what a life he leads.
Well, maybe you can call in later. But anyway, we have an amazing guest tonight. His name is Paul Greenslade, and he's the managing director of La Fabrico Tile and Bath Showrooms right here in Marsh Barton. And we're not having the other members of the Dream Team except for our fabulous sound manager. Thank you very much. Give an applause for you, Jess, okay?
Oh,
Okay, anyway.
that was close.
Enough of that one. I think she did that on purpose, actually. So, hey, anyway, guys, we love local businesses, and the fantastic company who's sponsoring us tonight, who's making all this happen. Thank you, Paul, for enabling us to bring this podcast to you, for sponsoring it tonight. You're managing director of La Fabrico. That's great. Local business right down in Marsh Barton, specializing in tile and bathroom, stone, ceramic, porcelain, and anything else you want.
Pretty much.
And I know you've got a great mock-up because I went in there for my house. Thank you very much. Guys, you can wander around Paul's great showrooms and dream. Paul, what else did I miss? Anything?
Thanks for inviting me in. Yeah, no, we're actually, well, I'd like to say we are the largest now tile and bathroom showroom in the Southwest. We've come on now. It's been 8 years, and yeah, we've grown quite big. So it's got.
I think you were going to mention too that you had a good promoter who actually promoted you in.
Yeah, years and years ago, when we first started.
Yeah, I'm not going to be on this because it is my sister-in-law.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd get that one in.
Okay.
Donna helped us really promote
Oh, my
Fabrico,
gosh.
and she got us in all the right places.
That's a
She
great story.
knew the right people, didn't she?
That's a great
Yeah.
story. Thank you very much, Paul. It just goes to show you and Tony being councillors this side of the river are all in for local businesses, especially those in
Well,
Marsh
yeah.
Barton.
I mean, it's important, isn't it? It's local businesses that employ the people, and big businesses are brilliant, but a majority of people are actually employed by the small businesses.
Thank you, Tony. So on to our main show. Now, listen, we've had some feedback, one from a really great friend of mine, and she gave me a lot of, well, it was constructive feedback, let me just say. So what we've done is we've rejiggled this around a little bit, and what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, start off with hearing from Neil and Tony about what they've been doing for all of our great people in Exeter. And then we're going to go into some of our interesting local topics and national topics. And then we're going to share some insights about reform. Going to talk to Paul, and we're going to close again with the Weed of the Week award. So, yeah, and by the way, we've got a great call-in feature tonight. And it's very simple. Just dial this number up, and Jess answer the phone, and she'll tell you how you can come on the air. And don't worry about it. We're not going to use your name. Everything's chill. And if you just want to sit back, enjoy the show, please feel free to send us your questions on Facebook. Right, Tony?
Yeah, we'll answer anything. We don't know the questions in advance, I can assure you. So we'll never guarantee what we're going to come back with as a reply.
Thanks very much. So, Tony, we're going to move on to you first. But before you kick it off, can I play this lovely video of when you were
not
a
again.
candidate
You don't realise how
April?
embarrassing this one is. Look.
Take it away, Jess.
I'm Tony, your St Thomas and Exwick reform candidate. You want change, Vote for me, May the 1st.
Yeah, I'd like to change the video, to be honest.
Oh, that's great. Hey, Paul, let's give a round of applause for Tony. Okay? Thank you very much. And congratulations.
Not one
on
of my
the,
better ones.
So, Tony, tell us what's up in your local
Right,
area
look,
here.
for a start, I've been told I've got to sort of make this last 5 minutes, so you may be bored at the end of it. All right? So what I thought I'd tell you about, first of all, is Exwick Heights School. They're having a nursery constructed, and they've just secured a grant to buy all the nursery equipment, the playthings, and it's something I felt was really important. They give me a fantastic tour of the school, showed me where it is and what it's going to mean to the actual people who live in the area. So this should take the pressure off another nursery, West Ex Nursery, and hopefully the people of Exwick will benefit from it.
And where's that school going to be? Is it a new school?
No,
Tony?
it's Exwick Heights School, and it's in Exwick. And they are in the process, or will be, in constructing a nursery on site. So this will help all the families up there, because at the moment there is one main big nursery nearby, and it is in St Thomas. So this hopefully will alleviate the pressure off them.
That's great. Fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that's absolutely brilliant. A quick mention, Maryvale Road, I've not been biased, but I do want somebody from there to actually apply for some of this locality grant. I've had people ring in who seem to, or write to me, who seem to think that I'm biased on it. I have pointed out to them, I have given away 4,500 so far of this locality grant. I don't pick it. I have to look at each one individually. Some I have turned down for various reasons, but I have given it all around the area, and a lot of charities and people have benefited from it, but there is more to give. And if I do not spend it by January, I'm afraid Devon County Council will just take it back. And if that's what you want, that will happen. I mean, personally, I will find somebody to give it to, but I would like to give it to Maryvale. I keep doing it as a shout out. I know you want play equipment to replace what you've got, and I'm quite happily to donate some money towards it if it helps. The next, look, it gets quite boring really, but there's a flow event coming up, which is going to be something at the Exwick Village Hall, and that's in a week, Saturday week's time. They'll be doing apples, doing stuff involving the Harvest Festival and food like that. Go along and support it. It's an excellent thing. It's one of the things that I've actually put money towards, and hopefully that will benefit a lot of people.
And how much money do you have as a councillor?
We get given £8,000 each, and I do believe, but don't quote me on this, the local councillors get about £8. About 8. That'd be the same, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. They get about 3. Don't quote me on that. Each one of them. They don't seem to want to work together with us to give money to the same people, which would benefit everybody.
So are you referring to the Exeter City councillors? They get
Exeter City local
£3,000
councillors. Quote me on it. I may be wrong. I was under the impression that they also get a locality grant, but not as much. But there are places you do feel that if we did work together for the good of the community, these places would benefit. Because like I said, I will get rid of the money at the end of the day, and it may not be to the people who need it. I'll just pick out people who have already applied and say, do you want to put another application in?
Tony, who have you given those grants to already?
I could give you a list. Free Movement. They do an absolutely brilliant job in the whole of Exeter. They benefit. They do fitness, free fitness classes, yoga. All you do is apply. Cycling. They do a lot. A really worthy cause. And I gave them just under £1,000 to go towards my area. And I do believe Neil gave a little bit more than that to benefit the other side of St Thomas. So every year I'm quite happy to donate to them. I think from the previous county councillor, they did the same, which sort of shows you what sort of a wonderful job they did. Money's gone to allotments. I'm doing this off the top of my head now. Allotments, and the Exwick Historical Society, believe it or not, I gave them money because I felt the one thing that's important is the history. Don't forget your history, and they're keeping the history of Exwick alive through their talks and their leaflets and some of the things that they put on. And I felt that's something close to my heart. I'd like to do it to St. Thomas as well. It's something that I don't think there's anyone doing that. So that won't take place unless something happens.
That's fantastic.
I thought I'd do a few answers or questions as well that were posted on my Facebook. So one of them, I don't know whether it was a serious question, but it was from somebody's husband. And it essentially says, do all Reformed county councillors and councillors or Reform, do they meet in a pub, have a pint?
I saw that, yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
discuss things. And
Yeah.
the simple answer to that is no.
Yeah.
If you can find us in a pub, good luck.
Well, where did they meet you then?
Well, essentially, we do have committee meetings. It is all registered where we come up with the stuff that the ideas where the investigations are talked about that we're doing.
And they can meet you face to face.
They can meet me face to face.
Yes, right.
I do get contacted a lot. One of the things that I'm being contacted about now is, unfortunately, you won't like it, Butter Lane is going to be closed, one end.
Okay.
For the roadworks, for the gas.
Okay.
They won't like it. Am I coming close to 6 minutes, Rob? You're
gosh,
giving me a
you're,
stare. I could carry on.
Well, you've got a lot of achievements.
Yeah, so anyway, like I said, it's
thank you so
essential
much.
gas works. People have to understand that even as county councillors, we get told about the roadworks, but we have no say of when, how, and what time they're done.
But luckily,
Okay.
they just finished from Marsh Barton.
They've just finished Marsh Barton, Paul. You're quite correct.
So obviously, that's
So
where I am.
you're quite happy about that.
What have
And
they
now
done
they're
in
going to
Marsh Barton, Paul?
shift it over to Butter Lane.
Yeah.
Paul, what have they done in Marsh Barton?
Well, they've just delayed everything.
Yeah.
Well, caused a big traffic jam, isn't it?
Oh, right through the whole Marsh Barton. Obviously, that's a way through for it from
They're
everywhere.
And people
I
do
know.
ask, like yourself, I think earlier, why, and especially in a place like Marsh Barton, why don't they do it 24/7?
Yeah.
Which, is one of those mysteries, I think.
This is the discussion instead of watching, when I'm sat there at the traffic lights looking at these five guys.
Looking in a hole.
looking at a hole.
One man in the hole and they're
Yeah.
all looking at him.
And
Hey, Tony, thank you, Paul. Don't forget the reason why you were elected.
Yeah.
You remember-
I think it's important to mention,
Yeah.
too, about all the volunteers and the people who sort of do the researching and the people who do the leaflets. It's always important to say we never can have enough of these people. And a big shout out to the ones who do it. They don't get paid. And like I say, we appreciate everything they do.
Thanks very much. Let's hear a round of applause, please, Jeff, for a great volunteer. Yeah? And also, Tony, you wanted me to flash up a couple things about the amazing job that our council has done to support you, the graffiti team.
Yeah,
Got a great
yeah.
slide
As the
up there
pictures have
for
come
you.
up, this was raised by somebody in a certain part of Red Hills. It's quite offensive. Nobody seems to know what it means either. So and it's upsetting for the residents. I got told about it. I did inform Exeter Cleansing and the graffiti team, and they were absolutely brilliant. They said it's a priority. Within 24 hours, it was removed.
That's fantastic.
And it's a big shout out to these guys. They're unsung heroes. They do
are.
a fantastic job, and it's thanks to
They've
them.
had a lot of cutbacks. And
with the cutbacks they have,
Yeah.
it is, I think, as far as I know, it's a two-man team.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Tony. And could I also just mention you're referring to how people can meet their counselors. Now, Anthony, who's the Exeter City Council, one of our Exeter City Councilor, for, was it Whipton and Mincing Lake, I think? Yeah. Anyway, you can see him every Friday morning at the Beacon Center between 10 and 12. He's
Any
dutifully there.
issues you've got, feel free to raise it with him. If he can't deal with it and it is a Devon County issue,
Yeah.
then obviously it'll be pushed further up the line.
Thanks very much. And can I just give a shout out to Graham, who's shared with us that the Old and Bold are on a tour in France and Belgium. We love what you're doing. Keep the good work with love from you know who.
Gone international in our secret bunker that I do,
Exactly.
which we didn't mention, by the way.
Perfect. Hey, let's bring up some of the work that Neil's doing. Okay. Now I know that. Thank you very much, Tony.
Oh, that's all right.
No, you're great.
No.
You're a great counselor. You know what? With Neil being gone, you've really I've really gotten to know you
Well,
very well.
I've actually done some of Neil's work as well and answered some of his questions.
He appreciates that.
But then he does the same for me
Anyway,
sometimes.
he's of course he's away, but that hasn't stopped him. I know in his video last week he mentioned that he's working every
Unfortunately,
morning.
we didn't get the full video, did we? That stopped.
Of course, he's been burnt to a crisp because we're going to play a video now, which will show the poor man's been burnt to a crisp. So he does have a little bit of fun, right? Go ahead, Neil.
I've been asked to put a 2 3-minute video together. I'm still away on holiday with my family. Fantastic holiday. There's the hotel I'm staying in is Turkey. There's all different nationalities. And in it, lovely that all these people can get on. No trouble, no hassle. And it's all different nations. Pity the governments couldn't do it. And I've been doing emails every day. I've enjoyed doing the work. The family said I should go stop doing the work, but I actually enjoy replying to the emails. And in a minute when I finish this, I'm going to crack on and reply some other email. To that end, the holiday finishes tomorrow. I'm home and back to work Monday up the council doing my children's transport appeals, which I really enjoyed, very interesting, and that will take all day. And then also this week I've done training sessions on Teams. To me, I'm 60-year-old. Teams is a new thing for me, but it gets the training done and enjoyable. Really disappointed with some of the news from the Labour conference regarding calling us racist. Some of the words they use. The words they use, like the enemy, the fight. These are key words to me. It should be used. And over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've come into politics quite naive, but it's opened my eyes with the Lib Dems calling us racist if we don't support their motion. That's, to me, is wrong. But I'm learning and I will adapt. And when the people realise that Keir Starmer is a socialist, I don't want to be calling people's names, but he's called us racist. He called us the enemy, so I'm calling him a socialist. Socialism doesn't work in our country. True values, British standards, British rules is what makes our country. And if you get time, watch his speech, the after speech, how he defends that he's standing up for British values. He's not standing up for British values at all. He's trying to ruin our country. And so far, they've done a damn good job. And they said, give them time. Give them, it's only been, 14 months or whatever it is. Look at Trump. Trump sorted out the immigration within weeks. All right, no issues there. 99% no immigration. Keir Starmer, if he had it in his heart and soul, he would have it all stopped now. But they don't want it to stop. All right, they want to dilute the British people. Okay, we even had a phone call the other day from the police, my brother did, accusing us of egging on the protests at the hotel. Every person in this country has a protest. By the way, 14th of August, the truth will come out regarding me. All right? So I don't want to waffle too much, guys. Missing everybody, missing the constituency. Ready, refreshed, ready to work hard when I get back.
I think he was in a swimming pool then. But
Awesome. Thanks very much, Neil.
yeah, it's the 14th of October, by the way, not August.
Hey, we're dead on time here. Actually, running a little bit over, but anyway, it's not doesn't mean that we can't give a shout out to Paula Black, who's the Exeter City Council candidate already for one of our candidates, and she's admitted that she's a socialist.
Oh, that's nice.
So let's give a shout out to Paula. Thanks very much. We look forward to
thanks a
running
lot.
against you, Paula. And I'd like to give a shout out to Julian Turner because he's the man that has come out with this great song that we played as part of it, which we played at the.
Yeah, I like that
at
one.
the
I thought it was
onset.
very good.
And I think it's the title of the song is "Let's Take It Back," and his name is Julian Turner. So hunt that down on YouTube, subscribe to his channel, and like it, and on Spotify. Thank you, Jess. So so let's move on. We are going to be making a comment about the what happened today in Manchester a little bit later, but we wanted to focus a little bit first on our great some news in Exeter, right? Of course, Paul's newsworthy, and you're here. Thank you.
Oh, plenty of time for Paul.
So anyway, interesting thing, but just wanted to mention a couple of things about the Sidwell Methodist Church. And actually, yours truly worships there every other Sunday, and I play the magnificent organ. It's the second best organ in Exeter, and I'm the last best organist in Exeter. But I'm really thrilled to play that.
Who's the first best one?
Well, probably the organist at the cathedral, Tony, with all due respect.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, you know.
So anyway, it's a beautiful church. It was built to house and worship about 800 people. And if you go into the church on Sunday morning at 10:30, you'll see there's a beautiful picture of it packed out, Tony. It's just an amazing thing. And
it's one that I've passed a lot, but never been in.
And it needs a massive facility, needs a lot of maintenance on it, and effectively it needs a big congregation. So they're looking to move on and focus their congregation possibly in another church, and it's for sale, actually. Really beautiful building. So there's another we do mention weeds every week because
Never tired of saying it.
absolutely not, because to me it's a visible sign of how the parliamentary person and the Labor Control Council and Lib Dems and the Devon County Council, actually, Tony, have failed us, really, because they voted unanimously to ban that chemical glyphosate, which is available to every flippin' member of the public. And as a
And all
result,
good retailers forget,
there's no plan B.
No, there isn't. And I mean, on the subject, I don't blame Exeter City. I honestly don't. And I don't blame Devon County. What I do blame is the funding that's coming down for any of these things. They're just not getting the funding, and it's shown through the cutbacks in the graffiti team. The fact that we do not, as a Devon County Council of Highways, as I have been pointed out by a local councillor, it's our responsibility. We do not have a team at all in Devon to deal with weeds.
Hey, Jess, could you flash up that weed one that we were just looking at on full screen, if you can do that, please? Because
I will say quickly, we could let loose
Thanks.
Norman from Alphington, who did try and eradicate the weeds with a flamethrower, nearly burning down the shop. But I think that's a bit drastic.
So these are some comments. I've lifted them verbatim from the PAN website, which the councillors say they support. Dandelions provide food for bees. Weeds are necessary for our mental health.
I don't think if the dandelions are near the road, I wouldn't want to be a bee.
And weeds provide biodiversity, don't forget, Tony, okay?
Yes.
Now, if that isn't woke, I'm not joke, okay? That was a bad joke, wasn't it?
I mean, it also provides rabbit food if you look at it like that. But
well, we got a lot. And again, what does our MP think when he drives around? That's what I'm, a bit concerned about.
if I was a visitor to Exeter, and I've been to some countries, believe you me, where they've been, I'm sure, and Turkey's one of them. They look after their roads, the cities, and that they're weed free. If I was a visitor and I drove up the inner bypass, we'll say, the first thing I don't know about you, Paul, is I see weeds.
Yeah.
Marsh Barton, they do have people to control some of the weeds. Some in selected areas, but whether or not it's near your shop,
Thanks very much.
I couldn't comment.
Okay, so next one here, we're going to move on here, is our, last, if you want to show up the protest sign. Last week we were going to have Nathan Johnson, who's the inspector from your side of the river, Tony, okay?
Yeah.
Nathan's a friend of mine. He's a great man. And we were going through various facets of policing, one of which was our right to protest. And because the only protest I could think about was there was a protest at Hampton Inn every Saturday at noon, I put up that sign there, or that slide where you can see the Hampton Inn. And guess what? It's very difficult for anybody in that hotel to actually see any of the protesters. You can see that. There's a big, massive tree in there, right?
Yeah, say your piece first then, Robin. I've got something that really does annoy me on this one.
And anyway, so some a former person who's turned into an agitator has said, "Oh my gosh, we can't protest in front of a hotel housing women and children." But guess what? Reform doesn't discriminate. You know what, Paul? I don't care if you're transvestite or Tony, you want to wear a skirt or.
No, that's not what I was bugbearing about.
What I'm talking about is. the people here illegally.
Yeah.
At least so
So
I've been told.
This is my problem.
And we
now.
have a right to protest.
This is my problem now. So this person wrote on Facebook that Reform, they took a snippet out of what was said on a podcast and essentially said, look, they are saying you must go up to the Hamptons and protest. Reform you must. So anyway, that snippet was taken and I'm sitting at home having a cup of tea, as you do. I get a phone call from the police from Clumpton. Now, apparently, I don't know whether these people have been down to the Hamptons, but they were asking me whether we were doing anything that was inciting protests at the Hamptons.
Yeah.
So I had to tell them no, of which, again, my attitude is perhaps if you went down there and looked, you'd see that, or go out and actually do something like stop crime. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Even if we didn't have it, we didn't incite anything. It was just something we talked about. There were no Reform people up there, and I think the people protesting are actually a Plymouth protest group. But everyone has a right to protest.
It's a protest. It's actually a very small
and
group.
And the other thing is, did the people who were protesting against the protesters, did they get phone calls?
Well, I think, with all due respect, Tony, actually, the police were probably just trying to get information from you. They weren't trying to accuse you because
I have to be careful what I say on the phone.
It's a matter for record because on the Facebook, the YouTube, or whatever, you can see that we are going to have.
And
Nathan,
I did point that out as well.
Who's a police inspector on there? But I mean, and I mentioned as a will again. Hey, it's our right to protest. People should know that.
But it's something that does annoy me. I mean, I'm doing my job as a county councillor. We've had loads of distractions, as you may have read in the press, and which you'll find out more about on October the 14th. But, we're not racist. We have to keep telling you that. We will bring up issues that affect this city. People may not like those issues, but unfortunately you can't sweep them under the carpet.
Exactly. And, what I recommended actually, I believe maybe if I didn't, I'll just say now is, again, that's really a symptom, what's happening at the hotel. It's not the cause, and the cause is the government, and our local governmental representative is the MP, and a great place to protest also would be in front of the Labour Party headquarters, actually.
I don't know where that is in Exeter. I must hold my hand up.
It's near Belmont Park.
Oh, there we go.
Is that right, Belmont?
Yeah, what place to have it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Very true.
It's not a dogging site, is it?
Anyway, it's better than spending £600 to give free taxi rides to people who are here.
Yeah, well,
that
again,
wanna use
that's
our
a separate
NHS.
subject altogether, isn't it?
Okay. So anyway, if our former agitator friends wants to comment on that, we bring
well,
it on.
I'm sure, to be honest, Rob, I'm sure that it will be commented on in some way or another by certain people on Facebook. Just do it. We're quite used to it now.
Yeah. Well, it's
and a big shout out as well, I will add, for Steve Race for doing a comment on our podcast. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We'll take any.
Give him applause there, Jasper.
Well, yeah, we'll take any mention that gets given.
He's a nice, pretty face.
Well, he is in the photograph, yeah.
And by the way, Tony, you know him from New York, right? And I guess you know me by now. And stop saying the Hamptons. The Hamptons are a posh place in Long Island.
It is supposed to
where
be a posh.
Tom Cruise go.
It is supposed to be a posh.
Those that
hotel.
are not as posh go to the Hampton Inn in the Exeter Airport.
Hampton.
But anyway, thanks very much. So we are going to mention what happened today, just briefly. And just so that I can de-risk this a little bit, I'm going to say that this is my personal statement. It's not a party statement. It's not Tony or Paul's statement. This is mine. And if I can read some of it out, I'm flashing up there a picture of what was in the BBC, of this man who allegedly had some bombs on him. And I don't know where he's from, but he's got a beard, and we've seen that before, and it's absolutely shameful what's the attack of that's going on in our country against Jewish people or people of any faith. So this is what I'm going to say is I think we've lost the balance of civil discourse in this society. As Neil said, if you're people disagree with you. You're called a racist, a homophobe, or far right. And there are people among us, they're divisive, Tony. There are people who come to my house, I've invited for dinner, they see the autographed picture of Donald Trump, and they start harassing me about that. And then I say, please, no politics in my house, and they keep on doing it. It's absolutely disgusting. These are people of mine, guests that I invite to my house, and I never invite them again, I guarantee you. I went to a Christian gathering 2 months ago. I helped do the dishes at the house, and this lady came over, and she said, oh, you must be American. You must hate what happened with Donald Trump being elected. And I said very calmly, I said, no, I'm thrilled that he was reelected, actually. And then she said, oh, I can't believe you said that. And thankfully, another lady came up to me and she said, my daughter actually is married to an American, and they're thrilled, and I'm thrilled that President Trump is elected. So we have to be careful about going into situations where you assume that everybody's for what you're saying, and at least listen to what they're saying. Listen to us, what we're saying here. And within Exeter, we have that problem. Within the Exeter Labour Party, we have that problem because they've done the same. We know they're woke, but when they pass a motion to ask that weapons are not sent to Israel, which would have been used to defend themselves against Palestinian terrorists until a two-state solution is achieved, which is what they wanted to say, no more weapons until you get a two-state solution. But you can't defend yourself. But they don't condemn the Muslim terrorists for killing innocent women, raping young girls, putting babies in ovens in front of the parents, where there's still hostages there that they don't even mention. All the while, the Palestinians largely support this activity. Then they're not only woke, but they're an absolute joke. And this is my personal statement. I grew up in New York with a bunch of Jews. I'm a Christian, and I love all faiths. But we cannot be citing, in fact, the Exeter Labour Party should be ashamed themselves for saying, always punching Israel in the face, or Jews, maybe not the Jews, but Israel for sure. And that's, when you keep on doing these things, Tony, it's the same thing that happened to Donald Trump. It's Trump, Trump, Trump. You get some weirdos out there with a rifle, and then, you know what, by the grace of God, he's with us. And it's absolutely disgusting. We've got to hear both sides of the conflict over there. It's not even a conflict; it's a gross attack. So, Exeter Labour Party, I'd call on you actually to revoke that motion that you sent up to your friend Steve Race, and then we have Jess Keir Starmer. Same thing. It's another example of people absolutely being terrible. Could you flash that up about Starmer? And I think, Neil, you have something to say about that, right? Can you play that video?
Just want to say I'm disgusted with Keir Starmer's comments regarding calling us racists, the enemy. Okay, we try to unite this nation, not divide this nation. And words like that will divide. At the end of the day, looking after our borders, looking after our culture, looking after our people is not racist. Remember, they only had 31% of the vote. 69% of the people didn't vote for him. So get an election, redo it, because they've all lied to us. Until we see that, things ain't going to change. It's only going to get worse.
Thank you very much, Neil. Okay, so we're going to run through this a little bit. Jess, if you could put the next slide up there, okay? Now, a friend of mine lives in Alphington, a number of friends. Neil's a councillor there, and you all know that there are 2,500 homes being built there. Now, it doesn't take rocket science to figure out what's going on, okay? So on the 21st September, you can go to the government website. 1,100 people arrived in 14 boats. The 27th, 895. They all total up to 2,500 people within the last, within about a one or 2 week span. Now, calculate that out. 2,500 homes in Alphington and 2,500 people come in a boat just in a week and a half, Tony.
Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it? And before we carry on, I will say my heart and my family and myself, our heart goes out to the people who have suffered through the Manchester incident.
Thank you very much. And a shout out to Tony Payne for saying that the Labour Party headquarters is next to the old Clifton, I guess. Does that make sense, Jeff? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay. And you know what? Anybody can get out there and protest. You can just walk by there and put your own sign up if you want. I think it's very appropriate. So anyway, the next one we're going to run through here. It was kind of funny. You know, things are turning around. People aren't afraid to tell the truth or what's on their mind. I have a little bit of a group going with a little sports endeavor that I'm doing, and one of the people put this text up there about digital ID, and not a single person objected. It's amazing, and it's quite right. It's just a matter of, and they call us fascists. Here they are instituting all these different governmental controls on what we can say or what we can't do. And
I don't know about Paul on this
gosh.
one, what your opinion is on digital IDs. I think it's like going to Animal Farm. We'll be under the control. All our information will be out there. And you've only got to see now the amount of hacking that goes on. It'll be a prime target for all your information.
Yeah. Okay, let's flick up here. We're going to run out of time a little bit, but let's flick up to play that video for us there, please.
Well, let's hear now from the Deputy Prime Minister of the UK, David Lammy, who has stepped up his attacks against Nigel Farage. He's now claiming that Farage was flirting with the Hitler Youth.
I will leave it for the public to come to their own judgments about someone who once flirted with Hitler Youth when he was younger. That is for the public.
Now, Douglas, I know that Lammy is not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I'm pretty sure Nigel Farage was born around 20 years after the Hitler Youth disbanded.
Very much, yes.
What is he
I
on
think
about
that's
there?
enough of
And
that.
Yeah.
what about...
I think everybody gets the point. We let's show a little bit of respect for people. You don't have to call them a fascist or a racist or whatever. Okay, so the next thing we're going to bring up here is, again, what our inflation is going up. It's a real problem. And have it in the next one, please, Jess, as well, please. We're going to move on here, if we don't mind. So this is kind of interesting, but I love this slide. All of our volunteers, you remember that, Tony?
Yeah, I
And,
wasn't there actually, but yeah.
And you know what? The labor ship has sunk, I think, in Exeter. It's not sinking, it's sunk because there are no more Devon County councillors in Exeter.
No, there's no more Devon County councillors, local councillors. And one thing I keep bringing up, and I'm sure they'll criticise me on Facebook again, they do not want to work with us. They seem to think we're the enemy. We want to work with the community, with them, on projects. Even if we make an appearance together and chucked out an olive branch and appeared at some events to show that we can work together, it's just not happening at the moment, and it is quite frustrating.
Yes.
And I do expect them to sort of comment that on Facebook and bring it on.
Well, I think it's we're always open to a conversation, but when the conversation goes like it did, the person coming to my house and chewing me out for supporting Trump when I'm giving a free dinner.
Well, we've already said, we're a reform. We admit that, or we know that, and we've got our own beliefs. But it doesn't mean to say we want the best for the communities that we live in and serve. And we are quite happy to work in close coordination with some of these councillors. In fact, all of them.
Hey, Tony, Jess, could you flash that slide up there with our dream team group that you just had there, please? And then we got a great caller coming in. Hey, Neil. Hey, Neil, you with us there?
Nope, I don't think he is. Oh, well,
anyway, he'll try back again.
Hello?
Hey, Neil.
Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Hey, guys, missing you all. I can tell you.
Oh, he's gone again.
Okay.
He's missed us that much.
They don't have 5G, maybe in Turkey, but he's listening. But hey, Neil, your great district of Alphington, right? Just feel free to flash that up because I was going to mention. Thanks. I was going to mention poor Bob, who's the councillor's coming.
Can you hear me again?
Yes.
He's back again.
Okay.
Right, this is all new to me, and this technology is going to be worthwhile in the end. I'm in Turkey right now, sat right next to the seaside. The sea's coming in. It's fantastic.
Perfect. Hey, Neil, just before you introduce Paul, I just want to mention to you, poor Bob Fole, who's coming up for re-election. His term is expiring for the Exeter City Council next year, right, in Alphington? Anyway,
Okay.
for some reason they didn't want to let him run again, or maybe he conceded. We'll have to hear from Labour. But anyway, Lovely Lucy is, I'm calling her Lovely Lucy. Anyway, she's coming over from Sid Wilson St. James.
Right. Well, I don't know the lady. I'm not going to say anything nasty against her, but she's up against me. I'm going to run for that position because, after this week with all the shenanigans, would you call
You
it?
got it, sir.
The Labour Party. Yeah, calling me a racist, that really insults me, guys. I can tell you that.
Well, I'm sure she probably, I'm wondering anyway, whether she voted for the condemnation of Israel and their weapons and didn't say anything about the Hamas terrorists, if she's one of the Labour people.
That's a hot subject right now, and at the end of the day, there's a lot to discuss on that, and we'll bring that up in the future, future
do some research
podcasts. But let's just go back to Keir Starmer, some of the terminology he has used.
Go ahead,
You
Neil.
still with me?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
still
we look
hearing
at it. The enemy. Let's fight the enemy. It's disgusting. I when I first started a campaign, I was called a racist, Nazi, the lot. And in that time, I've been called a Nazi 3 weeks ago by the Lib Dems, and now the Prime Minister of this country called me racist. I mean, come on, guys. This is getting a bit stupid, isn't it?
Aren't you a 3-tour war hero, Mr. Stevens?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a war hero. I've done 3 tours of Afghanistan. I'm one of the worst, not the worst, sorry, I'm one of the first soldiers in that
didn't
combat
come out
zone.
well, did it?
I think
Yeah,
you-
no,
you
it did
mean
actually. You're right, but
you're
I'm
not
one
worse, you're
of the
badass,
first,
right?
one of the first soldiers in that combat zone, and I'm sat by a beach right now with all different nationalities. Fantastic. They're from all over the world. Everybody gets on, and it's a shame the government can't get on.
I
All the
agree.
governments around the world.
Hey,
Yeah,
Neil,
it's-
we've got a great guy here, Paul.
He's ready to talk.
And he's waiting to
Oh,
say his
Paul!
piece.
Every time I do a job, I always get my tiles from Paul. If you want decent tiles.
Oh,
Thanks, Neil.
no, he didn't quite finish the sentence, but I think he was going to say, Paul, if you want decent tiles, La Fabrica is the place to go.
There you go.
Okay.
Just to show you that was live and not a recording.
And I have a little script here, guys.
Oh, he's back
Oh, here
again.
he comes again.
Gonna mention
Blimey.
discount, isn't he?
Yeah, he forgot the discount. Did you,
Am I
Neil?
still with you guys? Sorry.
You forgot to mention Paul said the discount.
No, actually, I have to tell you this. Yeah, Paul is a legend. He's always looked after myself, my business, and without him, we wouldn't be where we are today. But so now, I'm actually looking at the beach right now. Lovely people, lovely atmosphere. And Paul, thank you for supporting E8 Services, and thank you for supporting us.
Hey, thank you very much, Neil. Hey, go chill out, okay? Everything's cool here.
Yeah, you're coming
Right,
back
I'm
to
looking
sunny
forward to-
England, see?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming back, and I'm looking forward to Keir Starmer's speech. And there's a lot of criticism going on there.
Can I
You know,
say
we
your
supposed-
birds are still alive, by the way?
Yeah, but let's look at this. We're supposed to be joining this. We're supposed to unite this country, not divide this country. And some of the wording, the rhetoric coming out is to me is wrong.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
very
mean,
much.
I listened to it and I thought, tell us what you're going to do for this country to get us out of the pickle.
Yeah,
we're
we've
in.
got to be careful what we say, because we
and,
say
and
something.
not sort of criticise a party that's only got 5 MPs.
Hey,
Well, let's go back to forget about politics. Let's go back to Paul.
Yeah.
thanks very
Yeah,
much.
that-
Paul.
Fabrico.
For a moment.
If you want tiles, you want discount, go to that man. You're going to get the best tiles in Exeter.
And bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget bathrooms, Neil.
This is not an auction site. We don't run an auction site. The cheapest tiles or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Quality.
hey,
That was going international then.
anyway,
Paul.
hey Paul, thanks so much for sponsoring the show again and
Thanks
coming
for
on
having me.
tonight. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started, will you please?
Yeah, I mean, God, we're talking 8 years now. Friend of mine, Simon Pearce, SCP Tiling. I've worked for all the tile shops, and he said, "Come on, let's do it ourselves. Let's give it a go."
Ah.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
did you specialise in tiles before, or is it sort of something?
Yeah, so I've pretty much worked for every tile shop,
Oh, was it?
and I gained all the experience.
Well, that's what
knowledge.
you gained, what, from a youngster, I take it?
Yeah, yeah, and from that, all of that experience, so I saw the potential.
You
and
thought
was
you'd
like,
take a
let's
big
do it
risk
then.
and go, well, whether it was a risk, I don't know.
Well, you're a fully paid salary job.
Mm.
It's quite a step
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
go for it.
Mm.
Self-employed
Mhm.
on your own,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a massive step for me. But yeah, it's paid.
You don't
off.
regret it, though?
No, it's paid off. It's the knowledge of what I've been used to and how we actually make the showroom and make it look. We found where to get the quality top, the tiles from.
Well, you found the market that you want to do
yeah,
as well.
It's the quality. That's
Yeah.
the side of it.
So if people want the good stuff, they come to you
yeah.
Hey, Paul.
with a discount.
Funny thing, but you're not just another pretty face, because give a shout out to Oscar, who on Facebook has said that says, get on, Paul. La Fabrico is the best tile and bathroom showroom around. Okay, hopefully it doesn't work for you. Hopefully he's
He's going to say, who's Oscar?
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
yeah.
But I mean, we've located Spanish and Italian tiles direct from the factories, so that's where we can get the best buying price,
Yeah.
and then we bring it straight over, and so we're straight there from the rawness of the factory straight to the client.
Hmm.
So it's very good, and from
Fantastic.
that now we've expanded to bathrooms.
Hey, should we
You don't
show
want
a
to sort of
little,
make it a franchise then?
Should we show the
Well,
video that Paul's?
Oh, hang on, I've got a video
Thanks,
coming
guys.
up. Look.
Yeah, show that video and put it on.
Going though, eh? Ain't nothing like that. is there? I take it that you do consultations as well and do design. Do the whole lot.
Yeah, and we've just got a new package now where we can actually 3D image. You can pick up any sort of item that you like. And put it
See,
in the bathroom.
my wife will be watching this, and
Okay.
I'm going to be going home tonight. I like the word discount, but she will be looking, going, "We really must," and I'll be listening to that all night now. So a big shout out to my wife. The answer is going to be no at the moment, all right. But I'm sure
And
you'll sway it.
big shout out to Nat, who says, you got all these secret admirers, Paul. Thank you, Paul, for your hard work and graft, which is what makes this country great. And I mean, my take,
Yeah, I mean, one of the things hopefully to talk about is how as a business, these new government policies are affecting you.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing for me is the business rates. From the get go it was low. It was around £300, and now it's £900, and now I've got the other side of the unit, double up the amount, and that's for a medium-sized business, small businesses.
You've got to take it on, because
is it.
even that if you increase your prices, you're going to be non-competitive. You've got to stay competitive.
Yeah. It's getting to a bit of a joke, really, because it's like we've come away from the COVID and now they're trying to claw the money back. Well, we're going to struggle in a minute with the retail side of it.
Yeah,
All
I
the
mean,
shops in town. I know I've come away from the town and we've come away, but there's not going to be any shopping scene.
the town. I mean, from what I know, there's going to be a lot of car parks disappearing over the years.
Yeah.
And people like yourself are moving out, but it's not nice to see. And you said yourself, you've got to swallow the cost. You've got to be competitive, but at the same time, you still got to provide the service as well.
Yeah. But like you said, we come away from town. We were up there, but who wants to come into town and pay car park and go and
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing. So yes, we're on Marsh Barton. We've got plenty of car parking. People come, do what they need to do, and go again.
Yeah.
But so the town will be, unfortunately, it'll be dying.
I think the town is gradually dying a death, and people are moving out. And of course, a lot of people do it online. But the big difference for yourself is you can do the personal thing. So that
I mean, the biggest thing for me is people want to come in and see it and touch it.
Yeah,
the type of
I saw that by that woman who was. I don't say. I won't say the word fondle because that sounds quite rude. But she was feeling the quality.
You can't do that online. You have to see it. The quality of the goods are there. So you've got to see it. But also it's the service and the smile.
Yeah,
that's it.
Hey,
and your pretty face, of course. You
and
know.
good coffee, Mike.
Thank you so much.
And free coffee.
Yeah.
I still haven't won me
Let's
over.
bring
I
up the
don't drink
next slide,
coffee.
And I think there's an interesting video about project that you had there. Paul? Tell us about
it's
that.
always nice to see sort of completed projects. It's a recent one. Someone sent this one in. This is a full bathroom makeover, basically, with porcelain tiles and
Did you supply all of that? I
Yeah.
take it. Yeah.
And it's nice when people like.
Oh, we're going to get a walkthrough in it now.
Nice music as well. Yeah, it's a nice luxury bathroom.
So what tiles do they represent?
is,
From what sort of Spanish, Italian?
This is a Spanish porcelain marble effect, wall and floor. It's a matte finish. But yeah, they've done really well the install. But, from the design, I'm quite lucky. You've got a nice big bathroom with a shower and a bath.
Do you actually have your own installers then?
Yeah, we don't install it as a company, but we have recommended fitters.
Yeah.
And for that, we're always looking for new bathroom fitters, plumbers. We're always looking for new guys to help us. We work really close together.
Yeah, so if anyone's listening out there, look,
Yeah.
Paul's your man.
Local businesses all around, sort of.
Yeah.
What's your unique selling points? Why are you the best? Why should people come to you?
What are you looking at me for?
No, why?
Yeah, I was going to say,
It's the service. Only recently, a customer said how good one of our members of staff was, and it goes so far. Like she said, the service is not there anymore. But when you came
I
to
mean,
your
it's
store-
you give a good service, it's word of mouth.
yeah,
So somebody will say, I got a brilliant service from the Fabrico.
yeah.
I recommend them. I mean, I've turned my phone off because obviously my wife will ring up else, but
But it is down to recommendations.
Yeah.
You've got to keep that.
and that is good for business as well. And
Yeah.
you know, keeping up the good, you know, people put something on Trustpilot or something like that, saying how wonderful it is. It all counts because people look at these things.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. Let's have a round of applause for Paul. Thanks again, Paul.
Oh, hang on, there's a cough coming in.
Now, before we get to the Weed of the Week award here, I'd just like to add a couple different things. A shout out to Doug, who said Neil was in the toughest regiment in the UK. And there's another comment about Lucy, Lucky Labour Lucy, who's going to be running in Alphington next year. Evidently, for some reason, she didn't want to run in Sidwell and St. James, where she ran in the DCC last year, right?
Who knows?
Yeah, too bad. What else we got on here? Yeah, thanks very much for all the great comments on here. I'm lost for words, basically. Thanks again, Anthony, for your comments. So anyway, we're up to.
Looks like we've got a caller coming in.
We got a call from somebody, a very important person.
And we're on a time one, so this person had better be quick.
Who's calling in? Okay, yeah. Who's our mystery caller here?
Hi, I was wondering, what can we do to support Reform UK?
Oh my gosh, thanks very much. Well, just hang on the phone for a little bit. We can discuss that a little bit. We'll just chill out about the Weed of the Week for a second.
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
Well, most important thing is that you join Reform. It's only £25 if you're over 25. Sounds like you're under 25, so you're only 10, okay? Anyway, that's a little joke, possibly, but I hope that's real. And one of the great things is then you can come to the meetings, you can influence what's happening, and also you can participate more fully and know what's going on.
Well, in reality,
right,
you can change the future. Yeah. You know, everybody, you've all got a chance to change the future. When we started out and we decided we wanted to go and try to be elected as Devon County councillors, we did it for our grandkids because we wanted to change
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah.
And you've all got the chance to do that. Remember that.
And what, by the way, caller, what's your first name?
Anne.
Anne. Okay. Hey, Anne. Nice to meet you. So anyway, give us a shout after the call here, and we'll give you some more propaganda. But and I don't, also if you become a member after 183 days, you could run to be a branch officer. For example, you could be the campaign manager, or Anne, if you wanted to be the chairman.
And
at
don't
some
forget,
point.
we are still looking for local councillors for the May elections.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyone can do it. People voted for me, which, again, it wasn't because of my pretty face.
What else, Anne? Did that answer your question?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you both. Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a great time. Thanks so much for calling in. Okay, so let's get back to that was a nice call.
It was.
Hopefully she'll reach out and then we can get her to join up, eh?
Good old Anne.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get on to the weed of the week here, okay?
Now, I'm going to say now that this is a mystery weed of the week, so I'm sure most people would figure out where it is by the picture. I took this one. I don't want to win the weed of the week, so I'm not going to claim the prize. But I wanted to sort of say the prize should go to the Labour government for not sending the funding down so that this problem could be dealt with. I will say I will not be giving it to them personally because I don't have time to go all the way to London. But there it is anyway. Answers on a postcard as to where that one is. I'm not going to tell you, but I will tell you it's in Exwick. There you go.
Yeah, well, shout out to the Green Party too, okay? Because, they both support this pan-UK initiative.
like I said, perhaps they can go and make it grow bigger. Rob,
yeah, it's like
Get more bees involved in that
It's
one.
almost like I'm quoting from 1984. Dandelions provide food for the bees. Weeds are necessary for mental health, and the weeds provide biodiversity.
Well,
Groupthink.
Again,
Read that book, guys. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you so much, Tony, for that work there. We love that.
Oh, not a problem, Rob, on that one. I thought it was quite a nice one.
Yeah. So how are we doing on time, guys? Should we do a little bit of call to action here? Okay. Thanks, Mr. Producer. Yeah. So just to cut to the chase, a wise man said, right, Doug? I'm sure you're listening. Long ago, about 2,000 years ago, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. And in this room here, we've got so much kit, you wouldn't even believe it.
In the secret bunker, Rob, you keep
and we got the
forgetting to
dream
mention
team,
that.
Tony and Jess, and actually I was in the dream team one time in the distant past.
Still are.
And look at this. Look at this. No, not before we do.
Oh, which one? Back to
There's
that
a
one.
picture of this room of one of our councillors, Anthony. Anthony's office is chock full of IT kit and printers and
Is it? I'm looking at the
different
wrong picture.
certificates. Anthony,
Oh,
I know,
there
has
it is,
worked.
yeah.
Sometimes he texts me at 11:30 at night, Paul. He's a freaking crazy guy. But we'll get control over him. Thank you very much, Anthony.
Yeah, I will add quickly, we are slowly starting to campaign for May, but we've had things on. And as it was mentioned earlier, as of October the 14th, hopefully there'll be news and we'll be able to sort of do what we were meant to do in the first place. So
Thanks
like
very
I
much.
said, just listen in.
Thanks. And okay, so anyway, we need you guys. Join our website, Exeter Needs Reform. Jess, play that video if you don't mind, please.
We have topped over 100 of the last opinion polls. Our lead is between 10 and 15% against any of the other parties. And I tell you what, given the state of chaos they're in, I think we can increase that lead further yet. Folks, it's happening.
Thanks very much, Jess, for playing that.
Yeah, let's not get complacent, remember. I mean, we've got a long way to go.
A lot of work to do. As I said million times, we had like 30 people involved in the campaign, and this branch and the party needs your support. So anything else to mention, Tony? Or Paul, for that.
It's up to you, Paul, if you want to finally get in the last few words about the discounts and what a wonderful
we got about
place
5
yours is.
seconds for that.
Get it in quick.
Everyone's
Everyone's welcome at Fabrico.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
And you
Hey.
get free coffee, look.
Put that slide. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Respect the place that you call home.